YouTube had started to fill up with Bible verses, especially Psalms, Bible prayers. Like I was listening Weekend and Dua Lipa, Selena Taylor on r- repeat, and there was no chance that my Insta or YouTube would be filled with the Psalms 91 prayer. And prior to my encounter, like 10 or 15 days prior to the encounter, like Lord was making me aware that I'm going to come in. Okay. So he started giving me Bible verses, Psalms, prayers of so many things, and worship songs started to come in. And so now what happened is, now this unknown voice is leading me and he's healing me, because there were so many altars and so many words, seeds spoken over me. So one time I was listening to Praise the Lord, and in my room there's like a huge window, like this massive window of glass, and you could see the clouds and everything. And I love what God has created. I love the clouds and everything. And every time I look, I say, God, you're such an amazing artist, you know. So I opened the window and I looked up and I was like, you are leading me, but who are you? Who are you? You know, like, I don't know who are you. Use an unknown voice to me. And he said, I am who I am. And he repeated that twice. And he said, I am who I am. And I'm like, who I am? Because remember, I don't know anything about Christianity. I was a very like innocent, lost soul who's trying to come back to her senses. Yeah. So I'm like, who I am? And he says, I'm Jesus. I am Jesus. So that's when, and then after that, my Insta actually started to come up with movies, Passion. And then I saw Passion. And then Chosen was coming up. And all the biblical movies were coming of Abraham and everything, because I did not had Bible at that time. So the Lord was leading me supernaturally to know what is actually in the Bible through movies. And he knows that I enjoy watching movies, because again, I've grown up watching these demonic movies. So he knows that I enjoy it. So he used the weakness for his glory. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the voice, then Jesus told you that it was him,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. It happens a lot, actually, which is
Yeah.
so great. Yeah, praise the Lord.
Praise
Okay,
the
talk
Lord.
a little bit about going back to the time when you were talking about getting into, say, New Age, and especially twin flames, because that is quite a thing among people. Could you talk about that? Especially, how is that a deception?
Um, See, biblically, if you see, God has created man and women. God created Adam first, and out of his rib, Eve was created, right? So it was always God's choice and his will to have marriages and everything. But now what happens is, when you live as a human being, and that too in a world